Welcome all to Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. This is a game that's currently up on Steam for a free weekend, so I figured I'd just jump into it to, explore around and what the game's all about. And before I basically, basically spoil it for you, this is basically Civilization 5 reskinned. So there's really not much to spoil for you. So basically, this is like, I guess, a sort of like advancement from like the original Civilization 5, continuing into like space. And basically the events, what happened basically, there was some like, great event that happened on Earth and basically people had to leave. So now they're basically going to like a new planet to basically settle up on it and all that. Anyhow, basically, more or less all the stuff in here is like going to be like very similar to Civilization 5, like basically the options you can basically pick. In this case, I've basically got a small world. There'll be like some renaming of like, some of this stuff, but for the most part, you're not going to see a whole lot of like differences from the original Civilization 5 if you played that game before this. Now, something to note is that basically the factions here, they basically have it so it's like set up like they all represent like different parts of the world. So you got Brasilia, which is like South America, the African Union, which is basically Africa. You got like Australia, which is basically Polynesia and Australia, Franco Liberia, like Spain and France and all this other stuff. And then you've got like, past like the faction, you get like, your setup for your colony pod. So in this case, basically I can choose like the type of colonist I'm going to be sending over here. I think we'll send in some engineers so we can basically produce some stuff. And these are like just little things basically to like, basically customize your playstyle as like you sort of jump into the game immediately. Let's go with like, say, Continental Severe so I can basically see where all the coasts in the map are. Let's go with a worker unit because I like to build up stuff immediately in the the vicinity of my city. I could also, for example, go for like other stuff here. Like say I could go build up raw materials for like build a clinic right away, which would basically boost my happiness and my science. But basically different stuff for your customized playstyle for whatever playstyle works for you is what this is all about. And we'll jump into like this normal Terran world, I guess. And if I want to, I can actually rescan the planets here so I get like different names and stuff. So we'll go into Jani 620C over here. And there's also advanced worlds in here as well if you want to. So you can you can get like arpeggios or equatorial, skirmish, tangent. There's also the advanced setup as well if you're looking for that as well. So you can get like the advanced stuff in here as you need to. So you can get like quick movement, quick combat, and stuff like that in here. Anyhow, I think we're more or less set up, so let's just jump into it and I'll basically showcase what Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is all about. So here's a little, like one of these like little text experts. You'll see these from time to time. This is sort of reminiscent of Alpha Centauri if you played that game from Sid Meier back in the day. And, you'll be seeing like lots like, this like sort of space stuff basically. You'll see like these little like comments, basically. They're not like, I guess, from any like, real, historical source, a lot of stuff. Sometimes you get like prehistory stuff, but for the most part, you'll be getting a lot more of like, this like, science fiction types of blurbs, so to speak. Alright, so first things first, basically, this is a new world, and we actually get the, basically the advantage of being able to drop our, like, our city into like a square that's like not necessarily going to be like right here immediately. Basically we get to pick where we're going to drop our city, which is quite a very nice feature, I think. From the looks of it, we're not going to be able to get on the coast here, so I think we're going to make use of basically dropping ourselves perhaps on this river here, and this looks like a good spot perhaps here. So basically, we'll drop our city down here. And basically, this is basically, settling our city. We don't actually move around a settler initially on the map. We just basically drop our city, and I really like this feature for this game. And essentially, we get our units. And usually, you only start off with like these explorer here, but since I got the worker, for like our colonization, we get access to him. And what do I want to do with this guy? I could move him across the river. I think we're going to do that just so we can get to like the stuff over here.
This may be helpful.
So, okay, thank you. Where's this artifact? Alright, good. So there's actually an artifact over here. That'll be good to look into a little bit later. Basically, there's like, you know, goody huts and something called artifacts, which are basically ancient ruins that you can basically explore for stuff. And here's our basic explorer. He's basically a scout from Civilization 5, though he's also like, if you play like, you know, the, what do you call it, there's basically one of those units in like Civilization 5 expansion packs, which basically let you do like archaeological digs, and basically this is going to be like, you know, capable of doing that too, the explorer here. Now I'll note that I also got like, you know, that ability to basically see like, you know, the coast, so I can basically see the coastline for my continent, and I'm on a very big landmass here, which is quite nice. There's also these like islands over here. So I basically chose the coast basically so I can, you know, outline where I want my explorer to go immediately here. Though it's probably going to go down here immediately, so it doesn't really matter, you know, that much at the beginning. Basically, we'll have this guy go down here for now. And we'll get him to go, you know, basically do that initial expedition for us. There's also, you know, luxury resources and stuff. And kind of similar to like Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, there's something, you know, in the air. Basically, there's something called miasma in this game. Miasma is basically harmful to your colonists, but you drop onto it, so you want to avoid it. But for the most part, it's very like similar to, like, I guess, like the mind worms of like Alpha Centauri. Though the aliens aren't really mind worms; they're actually a little bit more, you know, alienish. That's how we say. They're not, you know, sci-fi-ish. They're like more like, you know, alien life formish. All right, so let's just drop in here. I'll do Explorer. Now, I guess there's something to note is web tree for the tech stuff here. This is sort of a nod, I guess, like Endless Space for other games, which basically have like, you know, multiple types of research. You can basically take a research. So unlike in Civilization, basically, you don't have like a linear approach to like building your tech. You basically have like a web approach, and it's quite nice. And I think what we're gonna do here, basically, like something I note by the way in this game, you have like basically these branches and these like, you know, leaves that are attached to these branches. So basically, this is like a you know. This is actually more of like a tree than it is a web, and essentially these are basically branches on this tree, and you have to actually research the branches before you can actually research the leaves. So basically that's like how it works. It's like a tree. All of these like individual things are branches, and then connected to them are like leaves of these branches. And in order to basically research the leaves, you have to research the branches, and then, you know, basically I hope you're getting an idea of what I'm basically saying here. Now, I'm not going to basically do any research in the branches just yet. We're going to jump into like habitation leads over here first. I'll drop into pioneering here, and that'll let us basically make use of colonists, which will basically let you know, of course, build colonists, which will be very good. Now, one thing to note, by the way, is that you'll probably notice that it'll take much less research to research the branches than it does to research the leaves. So ballistics, for example, takes much more research than physics. And down here, like this stuff here, this is like a lot quicker, but note that basically, generally leaves are more expensive than branches when you're going after this stuff. Alright, so that's all done. And one last thing to note here is that there's actually a quest log type of thing. Basically, your victories take the form of quests, and, you know, that's basically how like the conditions work for winning this game. Basically have like five different victory conditions, so kind of similar to like before in like, you know, Civilization 5. Multiple conditions for victory, and these are basically you know, quests. They basically you're going to be able to pursue. There's also mini quests that you can basically do. This is sort of reminiscent, I guess, to you know, basically do this for like, you know, a bonus, and you know, it works quite well for the game. So let's go start, you know, playing a few turns here. Let's go here. I'll basically build up a plantation. And I'll note that this is basically fiber, which is basically a special resource. So you got like the luxury resources and strategic resources again, much like in Civ 5. And this guy's just going to automatically move because that's what I'm doing with him.
Resource pods were sent ahead of our journey and contain valuable materials from old Earth.
Alright, so we got ourselves our first alien contact. So alien life forms. There's a raptor bug. And something to note here is basically it's going on about this, like, you know, resource pod. Resource pods are goody huts. Basically, I'll drop onto that in a bit, but for now we're just going to drop in here and do an expedition. There's another alien. They're alien manticores. And yeah, there's lots of these different types of aliens this time around. There's not like, you know, this like single type of barbarian unit that basically wanders around, you know, harassing you. In this case, you got actual alien life forms on the planet already. So they'll be really interesting. Alright, so I just sent an expedition up here. Just let me basically explore this place and see what this crashed satellite's all about. And yeah, basically the resource pod is right there. Hopefully these aliens don't attack me. They are, you know, not necessarily friendly with you. They're not necessarily hostile, but they're not necessarily allies either. Basically, they'll wander around, but they may attack me if they want to, so I have to watch out for that. There's another one out there in the vicinity, which is kind of scary.
You have a new quest.
Wolf beetles.
Throughout the game, your actions will trigger different quests.
So yeah, basically right now we've got wolf beetles right here. I've got raptor bugs, and I've got manticores. Right now, these guys aren't friendly with me, so let's you know, try and get rid of them a little bit. Make them pay for getting close to me. So basically, my first quest here basically is to found an outpost. You know, basically, you know, much like, you know, in like, you know, Civilization 5, I'll have to found new outposts basically to explore around with. So I got research pioneering, basically do that, and I'm already doing that basically right now. As the first thing, I basically set off the research. So this guy, he's got
has noticed something strange nearby.
7 more turns, I guess, before we'll basically get access to this expedition being done.
You should.
And shut up, please. Yeah, I've got the tutorial on because, you know, I'm not necessarily new to this game, though I am new to like the general concept of it. Alright, so...
Come, Mr. Haban. The Commonwealth welcomes you.
Alright, so what just happened here? Basically, in this game, you're not, like, you know, basically having to find out your rivals. And in this case, they actually aren't necessarily starting out at the same time as you either. So, this guy over here, Freeland, this is actually one of the other factions in this game. And unlike, like, in, like, you know, Civilization 5, we already have radios, right? We can contact each other very easily. So, this guy's already contacted us because... guess what? That's how radios work. You can contact me anywhere in the world as immediately as soon as he comes in. Alright, oh, it's worth knowing, by the way, that I'm actually Brazil, I guess. Let's see if I can do this. So, right now, this is my civilization right here. Or, that's his civilization. I'm right here. This is the Regionale do El Cenero, basically Organization of the South American States. And then over here is this guy, Commonwealth of the Pacific, Hutama. That's basically, you know, the world leader there. Yeah, they got the super world leaders basically popping up here yet again. Though basically in multiplayer, and this is something, no, this game is very optimized for multiplayer, so you basically see like the player name there, if that was the case. Alright, let's see here. Let's attack someone else. Make them pay for coming close to me. Alright, so I wouldn't win if I attacked this guy. Now, it's worth knowing that they basically have, like, the barbarians apparently work very interesting in this game. So, probably attacking these guys is not like, necessarily like, the best idea. Essentially, the aliens will get more, you know, aggressive if you attack them. So, you know, you can basically take multiple approach to them. You can basically attack them and try and wipe them out. But you can also try and be friendly with them, too, if you want to. But you know what? Let's just attack them. So, you know, a little bit of attacking there. That's basically how attacking works. Same as Civ 5. One good bug is a dead bug. Note that this guy healing miasma over here. So, basically the alien's healing miasma. Alright, let's have this guy wander back in here and he'll heal up a little bit, I think. Now, this alien moved next to my worker here. Though luckily I think I've got the plantation up. But zone of control is still much in effect, so I can't move there without like this guy, you know, being able to do stuff. You know, more or less at this point, let's just move this guy here for now, I think, and let's see here. So note that basically you can like change these tiles to do different things. Generators are basically like your money resource. The farms are like, you know, your food resource. The roads are like, you know, movement resource. Let's build a farm right there for now. Hey, I just noticed there's gold down here. Alright, so we got a quest up here. Cultural burden. Our scientists have detected a weak radio signal nearby. Its signature is definitely human. We should investigate the single source. There is no telling what we may find. Alright, so apparently up here, in some area over here, there's going to be some sort of expedition that I have to do. So I'll have to do that soon. Right there, apparently. Anyhow, we're going to let this guy heal up first, my guy, and then we'll get to that. Lots of expeditions all around me for some reason. Don't know why. Yeah, I guess this is luck, I guess. I know why, pretty much. Luck is luck.
This may be helpful.
So yes, keep your citizens healthy, because basically health is your food, is your happiness in this game. Much like in Civ 5, if your happiness drops below, like, you know, unhealthy rating, basically you'll start losing production. I actually kind of like this idea compared to, you know, happiness. Some of these, like, you know, thematic themes for this game are actually a lot more pleasing than Civ 5. So, to its credit, I will say this game's a lot better than Civ 5 in that sort of area. Now let's see here. You'll go over here now, I guess. And how long have you got? You've got 2 turns. And we'll have our expedition done. Alright, so we built our old Earth relic, so we basically got, you know, our monument up. That's what those are. I think next we'll start building up a clinic, perhaps. And I'll note basically, you'll basically have like a lot of your resources up here and stuff. So up there we've got like Xenomass, Soulstone, and Fires. I have no idea what all this stuff does yet. I haven't played the game long enough to find out. But basically culture, you know, that basically works much like, you know, before in Civ 5. Health is basically your happiness. Here's your money. Here's your science. Here's your turn count. Here's your map.
Your explorer has discovered something wonderful. There are many more sites like this to investigate around the world.
Alright, so
to consider building
our expedition is basically going to be completed. So basically we completed this. The expedition established wreckage at the crashed satellite of some kind is relatively intact after falling from orbit, resulting in useful scrap production to boost up our seeds production. So that's great. As a result of that, we basically got a nice big production boost over here for our clinic, so that's done already. And I think for now we'll build up another worker, because that'll be useful to have around. Apparently there's a resource pod over there. That's interesting. Alright, this guy. Now, note that basically you've got like this, like, you know, there's basically count for resource modules. So this guy basically, he has to basically, what can I say about them? He has to go back to the city to get another resource module in order to, like, to use this. But first things first, let's move this here. So that's a resource pod. There's a goody hut. Goody huts still work the same as before. And note that mountains and forests work much the same as well, and hills too, for example. So I have to move over here in order to basically explore, like the stuff over here. So let's see here. I'm just counting the moves if I go the other way around. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take the turns. Let's just go around this way for now. So explore around this way just a little bit so you can see, you know, a little bit of the surroundings down here, I guess. Or also see them a little bit. And we'll do another little bit of the research right there. And note that much like in Civ 5, you have like these little updates that pop up. So basically you can see what, you know, what happened. Basically there's like, you know, I salvaged that from there. Resource pod was discovered here. Quest update, because, you know, we can get quest updates and such. So gifts from home. Our sponsors had the foresight to send resource pods ahead of our expedition to be waiting when we arrive. Parts of the large research instruments have been found in this pod. Other places are probably around as well. So basically, find research, find the goody huts is what this is saying to us. Yeah, locate that. Send that guy there, and we'll go over here now. Note that my culture is also expanding in the city, by the way, so much like in Civ 5, that's how, like, you know, our borders expand. Hey, we got Virtue, and Virtue is basically, you know, you can probably already guess what this is. I won't, you know, basically tell you, but basically, they're basically the same as, like, you know, before in Civ 5, where, like, you know, you like the honor, and you had, like, you know, liberty, and rationalism, and all that. Basically, this is, like, you know, this is, you know, same thing as that. I think we're gonna go with culture over here. Or knowledge, rather, because I want to get the culture bonuses from it. I like culture in the beginning. There, resource pile right there. Alright, now, basically, here's like miasma. Here's what basically happens when I move my units into miasma.
One of them.
And you'll basically see what happens to them in the next turn. If I want to, I could develop this into a mine. I think we like mines, so we'll do that. Anyhow, this guy's in miasma. Basically, you notice that these guys heal in miasma, but these guys, my guys, if they're in miasma, they'll take damage. And I'll note that this can change as the game progresses. Essentially, as the game progresses, stuff will like basically change, and you might take less damage or even heal from it if you go through certain stuff. You'll see what I mean later on as we progress into the game a little bit further. So yeah, he's going to take some more damage. Move in here, and you'll notice that he got his like expedition model restored. So if I looked at this guy, he's now got one expedition model of use for himself. All right, let's build a soldier. Got another worker, so he can go elsewhere. I guess we'll go across over to here for now. So we got something from that expedition. And Chang'an. So yes, the Pan-Asian Corporative has said hi to us.
The universe is either in progress or in entropy. We choose progress.
Alright, so they're basically, you know, much like in Civilization 5, you have these little experts. Though it's not Sid Meier basically saying them this time, or someone else saying it. This one, pioneering, lets us get access to the colonists, which will basically let us build up new cities, so that's sort of important. I think we'll want to get a colonist first, actually. And then we'll go over here. Yeah, let's go after one of these branches so I can basically, you know, show off the stuff right there. We have a quest decision. Alright, so basically this is a quest decision. What's going on here? I essentially have basically the decision to make here. I can basically try to, you know, recover the probe without damaging the xenomass, or I can try and honor like the Cestus group here, who have basically never reached this new planet, and we're sort of, you know, wondering what the hell happened to them. Alright, let's see here. I can not risk contamination, which basically leaves the probe behind, or I can basically try to recover the probe. I think, you know what, let's just try and go for purity, or not purity, but harmony here, which is basically, let's be in harmony with the planet and not, you know, try to basically damage it, like, you know, its resources and such. So we just did that. Alright, this explorer here has to go somewhere. Because I got a soldier for some reason. But, you know what, let's actually have the soldier move out of the city for now, I think. So here's like our soldier unit. Basically, soldiers work, you know, much like before. They're military units. Let's build more farms. Alright, so remove the wreckage from the Xenomass Lake. So xenovirus is far too valuable to lose. Were it to be contaminated, it might upset the environment in ways we cannot imagine. We must organize an action to save it. So basically, remove the wreckage. Now, you basically have like different decisions to make throughout the game. And these will basically change, like, you know, your sort of playstyle as you go along. So in this case, we just gained some affinity toward harmony. And basically this is going to basically change our playstyle as we play throughout the game. So our expedition has managed to save Xenomass, though at the cost of the probe. Unexpectedly, Xenomass seems to have absorbed certain microbes from the probe and can now mimic the effects of, effect of its fuel. This newfound trait will have a great effect on our research. So basically, now we have affinity toward harmony here. And I'll basically note that these are basically our affinities up here. And essentially what affinities do is they actually change around, I guess, how basically you play the game. So you notice that I basically got affinity here to harmony. So basically as they basically get more harmony affinity here, I'll basically get, like, you know, eventually have, like, you know, units take 5 HP less damage from miasma, or even heal from miasma, you know, basically like the aliens here, if I, like, continue up this tree. The other stuff is basically purity and supremacy, and basically, you know, they basically, you know, mimic like different types of like playstyles. So in supremacy, basically, it's like more economical, I guess, and then, like, you know, purity, which is basically more, you know, xenophobic, so to say, because, you know, xenophobes gotta have those in the game. All right, so this guy's got no module, but let's send him down over here first. And basically we got some more energy, so more money. So that's done. This quest is complete. We now have a nice little xenomass right there, so that'll be useful if I build a city up in that direction. Oh, that's kind of close to me. There's another faction right next to me there.
How may the corporation serve you?
And yes, how may the corporation? Very representative of, you know, the Americas, North America, so to speak. So yes, they'll be probably a nuisance if, you know, basically continue this game. Like, right there! These guys at least had the, you know, they jumped over there. This guy's right here next to me. Oh well. At least I had a head start on her, right? Alright. You're gonna go back to here for now, so go this way. This explorer, I think we're gonna send him down this direction for now. And note that basically because I'm saying through my asthma, he's gonna take less damage now because of the, like, the purity traits, or no, I don't actually have those yet, but he'll stay 10 damage for now, but eventually as I get this up, the affinity, it'll reduce the amount of damage I take in net. And let's have you move up here for now. There's another resource pod and a few more aliens to worry about. You'll move back over here for now. I'll move this guy up here. And yeah, this guy's taking damage as he basically moves through miasma over here. Oh, they went on a resource pod, those bastards. Alright, got some, you know, basically complete a quest here. Basically, this is what happens when you basically complete the gifts from home. You get a nice little science boost. So that's nice. Done. Okay, you can go up here now, build up a plantation. And yeah, basically this is, you know, it's essentially what I'm saying is that it is Civilization 5 reskinned. This is what it is. Let's fortify a hill. And you're more or less healthy, so you can just keep going down this direction, I guess. You can cross the river, I think. They're serving away there for a little bit, so let's let this guy heal for now, I guess. Yep, another one dropped down. And yeah, this is basically how, like, the game works. Basically, the AI will drop down at different times. Send you over here. I can develop a virtue. So yes, now I can get a little bit more culture, which means I can get more virtues. Basically, that's how virtues work, right? Much like the same way that policies, were accepted in the last game. Probably should have got this guy to heal, but whatever. Alien siege worm. What the heck is this doing over here? No idea, but let's just hit it. Attack! Alright, you can go over here. Got a little bit more research from that. And let's have you move up here. So note that I can actually see the coastline, but I can't actually see the squares here, so to speak, really well. I actually have to move on to see what's on those actual tiles. And let's see here. I want to build up in this direction soon, I think. Because of, like, this guy right here and his Xenomass being right there. I assume Xenomass is good. I mean, it's actually on here, Xenomass, so it's probably a resource of some sort that's either going to make my colony happier or, make them produce better stuff or whatever. Let's see here. I want to build multiple cities, I think, over in this direction, so... maybe right there I want to build a city. I assume it's basically free tiles again, much like in Civ 5. I should just build a city right here, I think. Right there is probably the best place for it. So you know what, let's just have this guy build a road. He should build a road right here. So build a road right there, and then we'll start roading up over here. Worm killing. I traded my life for a leg when I met the great worm. Now with all the fury and the courage this cripple can bring to bear, I hunt the earth drinker, I hunt the worm. I wonder if that's like a, reference to Dune. Arrakis. Holy shoot, how big is this worm? Where's my worker? Did I just lose my worker? I might have just lost my worker. Yeah, a unit was killed. Basically, it destroyed my worker there. Alright, well, oh well. That happened. Alright, zone of control. This guy's gonna move over here, I guess. And... we're just gonna let this guy wait here for a moment, so let's press space.
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby. It could be a ruin, some sort of wreckage, or perhaps alien.
Nice.
You should order your explorer to the site and excavate it to see if there is something worthwhile to be found.
Thank you. And this guy, you can just move down in this direction for now. Another mountain over there. Hopefully this won't attack my city. Do enough damage to my improvements right now. The damn thing. Alright, so basically you can see like the stuff, basically all these different techs have like different stuff that they do. And I'll note that I really haven't fully explored how this game works, so I couldn't tell you like, what's the best strategy for playing this game. I haven't even played this game through entirely. I'm just exploring it, right? So this is like sort of just the beginning of the game and me just exploring it, so to speak. The great worm. The great annoying worm. Nice big canyon over here. I think the canyons are kind of interesting because you can't walk on them, but they serve a purpose. Okay, you can build more roads, I guess. I'm not sure if these guys will attack this guy, is the thing. The road right there. So, since opening our clinic, the populace has been split by the ideological divide. Securing and improving our new territory has put great strain on both our military and civil workforces, and both contend that the hazards they face should offset by state-smart healthcare. Our fleshing colony does not have the resources to do both, which then has a great need of aid. Alright, so we got a quest decision here. I can provide care for defense workers or the civil workers. So I get 1 health from clinic, or I can get more city hit points from the clinics. I figure like more health, because that'll mean more happiness. So yeah, basically I have like these little, you know, these quests actually do add like a little bit of like interest to the game, basically, because, you know, they change the way how the game will play for you. It won't be like, you know, sort of the same every single time. You can like take different routes to like play the game. Yes, I know aliens are detected near me. They're destroying all my damn stuff. Alright, you can go down here. And yes, your units still move very stupidly, much like before. Well, I can't move through the canyon there, so you get to move back over here. Well, the alien's taking a beating at least. It's slowly going down! You'll move over here, build a road. There's the other you know, faction.
You can found an outpost with your colonist.
Alright, so much like before, you get like this sort of like, you know, blurb telling you where's the best place to put your cities. So it's like, put a city down here, put a city down here. Though I think we'll go with my original idea and put a city over here somewhere. Like right there. There's your settler, by the way. Looks like the MCV from Command & Conquer, if you ask me. Let's see here. We can go combat rover. Let's do that. And yeah, it's basically broke down into melee, ranged, and you know, other units. There's someone's explorer, the Slavic explorer. Station charter. So several new ventures wish to establish their operation near us, near our territory. They provide different services that may be useful to us. We can get like the Heckman station, you know, established near us for food and culture. I can like get the that blue one here. All right, let's see here. I think we like culture, so let's go with the Heckman station.
You have discovered a station. You can establish trade routes with stations to receive.
Alright, so basically now we got a station over here. Stations are basically, I guess they're like the city states in this game. You know, they do have an attack, like, you know, basically they act like city states, and, you know, basically, you can, like, interact with them for bonuses and such. Not exactly sure how trade routes work. I haven't really gotten that far, but maybe we, you know, after I build up a combat rover, I might go in here and build up. Let's see here. I might go in here and like build a trade depot, and then we can like do that stuff a little bit with them. Build up the Comet rover first, though, for now. And there's all this stuff over here. Manticores, wolf beetle, raptor bugs. You know, I may not be able to get around here very easily, so... that might be a bit of an issue. Yep, there's a soldier for the arcs. And as you can see, he can do expeditions too. So right now he's like exploring right there. Game Weaver is right there. Hopefully these things don't move very far, these damn worms. They're everywhere. Damn things. Let's just move this guy here for now, the worker, and we'll start building a road here, I guess. And now it's like, build up here on the river, build up here on the river. Let's move my guy right here. Cool. More guys. Alright, so now we got this guy here. I can find an outpost. So now I've got myself another outpost over here. Alright, you can move over here. This is going to be kind of reckless, but these guys might attack my explorer, but oh well. And yeah, look at this. We got a nice little long road over here now. And of course, this isn't damn miasma over here, but whatever. Well, we know that's going to be total defeat if I go after that guy with, you know, basically it's big 100 approximate damage inflicted. Anyhow, let's move this guy over here. And you, just build up a road. We got our virtue. Sure, more culture. More culture! And that guy's got aliens. So yes, it is possible, like, you know, to sort of like do like the sort of like Alpha Centauri thing where you can, like, you know, team up with the aliens and have alien units running around. So that's what we got for that expedition, basically. Alien units for him. You can wait there. You can go down here. And you can go down here. So yeah, I'm more or less exploring right now myself, but... these raptor bugs are doing a little bit of damage there. And look at that, we got another guy right here. Franco-Liberia. The French and the Spaniards. Okay, you can go here. And let's send you down in this direction. You can go right there. You can go right over there. No, I wonder if these guys heal miasma because they're aliens. Lots of interesting stuff to look into in this game. Alright, I got a road up over here, so that's done. Notice that the miasma hasn't gone away. I could clear it though, but I require ecology to do it. But I think for now we're just gonna send this guy back over here. Get my explorer going around over here a little bit more. And yeah, I can't just walk in to invade him because, you know, he's still got defenses, these guys. And I would be able to, you know, do to all my soldiers against those guys.
The 4 billion-year-old world's worth of resources, shared among a handful of people. We're gonna make a fortune here.
Yep. That's how life works. Okay, you can heal. Looks like this guy's gonna get here before me, so that's a little bit, oh well, but that just happened. Sadly, I'll have to walk through this damn miasma over here. It's worth knowing that because I put it on a higher difficulty, these guys are getting a little bit of an advantage, so they're probably getting a little bit more units than me, but that's fine. They have to be able to, you know, put up a little bit of a fight, right? Let's go after that. Oh, he killed that manticore. Good for him. My guy over here. That guy isn't moving at all. And you're healed up enough, I guess, at this point, so let's have this guy go repair and ruin for me. There's actually miasma on this artifact, but you know what? Let's put my guy there and we'll start, you know, getting it uncovered. Yep, alien nest. So you can guess what an alien nest is. It's of course much similar to like the barbarian huts, which, you know, constantly spawn barbarians to attack you. This guy's having a barrel fun, I guess. All the explorers here. Oh, I don't have any modules to do anything. I guess this is why no one's doing anything here. So Ark's probably going to get this because, you know, they've probably got modules on their guy because they just recently arrived. I'll be looking at that. Let's see here. You can go around, I guess, the canyon. And there's my Comet rover. So, you know, Comet rover, very fast moving unit. Let's send him over to fight over here. The fight begins. And he's on a resource pod, that bastard. Okay, you can just fortify until you're healed. You can go over here. Trade depot. They fight a little bit more over there. And of course, you're still getting experience, by the way, as you, like, you know, units fight in this game. So in combat, you'll gain experience for every fight you do and all that. Almost killed it. And we're done! Hooray! Veterancy gained. So yeah, basically you have the option here of going in here and, like, you know, promoting your units to do stuff. So I can get this guy disciplined, so he has permanent 10% strength and range strength in combat, or new recruits instantly recover 50 HP. Let's give him this. And we'll move him back to the city here to basically heal up. So yes, you can do that. Fortify until heal. Someone's got the embark ability already. Embarking his guy right there. Move my explorer right there. You guys can fortify a little bit. I actually really like this game for a lot of its, like, you know, mechanics, to say the least. I will say that about this game. I'm not sure about other people, but I always found, like, in Civilization 5 that there's, like, you know, a lot of annoying things, so to speak. Like with how, like, the enemies acted sometimes, or, you know, just how the barbarians worked. But so far, I'm really liking a lot of this game and what it presents. So it is a lot, of, you know, a lot of an improvement over the other game, Civilization 5. There's some alien drones. Let's have you guys just heal up a little bit.
Pardon me, I may be able to assist.
This guy's exploring us already. Alright, you may now build trade routes and conduct trade missions with our factions cities, your own cities, and stations for goods you may lack. Establishing a trade route with an outpost will speed up its growth. Thank you. So yes, that's my outpost over here. This is this down here. We're going to go over here and now build up a trade route. Trade convoy. Yes, we'll get that. Why not? I'm wondering if that's a technology I have to get right there, expeditions or whatnot.
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby.
Yes, I know there's an artifact over there. We've gotten the modules for it, so shut up. There's my asthma there, so go over here. Such a rich environment, isn't it? I guess we're going to risk putting this guy over here, because the aliens aren't necessarily hostile to you unless you're really hostile to them. Another alien nest over there. Yeah, we'll send the comet over here to attack this guy. You know what? I never moved this guy. I wonder if I should. That's one of the things that, you know, I always hate about this game, though. If you fortify, you don't really get any, like, you know, notice that, you know, it's been able to move around, for, you know, example. You can move it around now. Do so. Oh, this guy's dead. So yes, if you do get surrounded by aliens, they do eventually attack you. In this case, they're attacking me now. So we're getting flying units attacking us. We've got flying units attacking us. That's it for that soldier. Alright, you can go here. Hopefully I didn't get that guy killed because, you know, there's another one over there nearby. Alien Sea Dragon. There's a new one. Yep, they have naval units too, or I guess that's not really a naval unit, but it's a naval creature. New Babylon's been discovered. With the depot now built, we have been able to amass an adequate supply, surplus of resources. The question is, what do we do with our abundance of goods? Do we send them to our factories or allow merchants to trade free of them freely? I like production. Alright, let's see here. So, apparently we found a new station somewhere. New Babylon's right up there, so there's a new station. I actually kind of like this too. Basically, the city-states don't necessarily, you know, they aren't really like, you know, what can I say about them? They can be like, you know, an outpost that I guess you can conquer probably, but at the same time, they're not like, you know, in the way. It's quite nice. Let's do that for you. You can fortify a little bit. Send this guy down here. I should probably get the technology to embark my guys. Just so I can get this guy embarked over here. And a worker is done over here, so... yeah, let's send him over here. This guy's fighting and fighting. That's all he's doing. You can heal up. Let's move you over here. Alright, so yeah, you get this sort of stuff again. You know, let's go fight this guy, because that's what we can do. And I got this trade convoy, so let's send him up to one of these places. So basically these are all like the places I can establish trade routes with. I can establish them to other colonies, so these are like the other colonies, the stations, outposts. That's apparently a city now. So by the way, basically how like the city stuff works, you basically establish an outpost and eventually it turns into a city. So that's actually a new city, by the way. It took a while, but now it's like a city. It's kind of similar to like, you know, Endless Space and how like the outposts work in that game. Okay, so that guy's going to establish the thing with there. So that's basically how like, you know, traders get established in this game, by the way. You basically, you know, let's go to this place, and you know, if it's in range, you'll basically go to it. Now I got you know 2 of these cities up now. And you know what? This has gone about 50 turns, which is, you know, basically what I consider to be like, you know, a good run through of what the game's all about. And as you can see, it's looking very much similar to like, you know, what Civilization 5 was all about, but with a rethemed type of skin and a lot of like new elements and new ideas like shoved into it to make it better. And I hope you've enjoyed for the most part. Because for now, take care. And maybe in the future I might play this game, but you know what? Actually, you know what? Let's actually talk a little bit about that. I'll note that I actually haven't gotten this game yet. And part of the reason I haven't gotten this game is because I don't think it's worth the cost that they basically have the price tag on it. They essentially have this game a little bit, you know, more more than it should be, I think. And personally, do I think this game is worth getting for what this costs right now, even with like the sale going on? And the answer is probably no. I don't think this game is probably necessarily worth buying. Personally, myself, just at the moment, as is. It's like, it's basically Civilization 5 reskin, and it does have a lot of elements that are a lot better, but at the same time, it's still Civilization 5, and this feels like more like an expansion than it really does, a standalone game. It is, it is a standalone game and it is a lot better. And if you haven't played Civilization 5, I do actually urge you to buy this game. But if you actually play Civilization 5, I wouldn't say this game is really that great to buy. You've already seen a lot of his stuff, so wait for it to come down in price, I would say. Anyhow, that's going to be it for that little bit of a rant. Take care.